Hi Susan, welcome to my channel. Today I am making this. Okay, it's an art, an art journal. Okay, so I'm doing this, showing you how to make the inside, okay, and how to put it together to make it so it's nice and flat, and it's no sew as well, so you can do everything nice and flat. You could easily hold that flat with one of those clips that you use, and I've seen people use hands and all sorts, hand type clips and all sorts. Yeah, so you can do that sort of thing, or you can put them there, got you, and everything. Okay, so now that's the one I make, okay, which is virtually the same size. I'll show you how I size it. Okay, it might be slightly different if you're in the US to what I do, but only ½ inch. Okay, so it'll be ½ inch, probably less there. I think it's that way around. Yeah, so it's not quite square anyway. Mine isn't square anyway. I think to myself, why don't they do 12-inch papers? Why have they got to do 11 3/4 for the UK and 11 1/2, whatever it is for the US? Or is it 11? Something like that. I think it's 11 inches, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, I don't know why they have to do that. Why can't they do 12? It's much easier. Okay, thank you so much, and please give me a thumbs up. That'd be absolutely amazing, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's go. Let me enter. Right then, so there's some, this is 160 GSM paper, also known as 59 or £60 in the US. Okay, so I'm making the sheet. Right, that device I'm using there, the cutter, it actually does 6 inches perfectly if you push it against the fold out guide there, the size guide there at the bottom. See me put it on again. Right, I haven't got a bone folder, although I have got a bone folder, but I don't realise it till later. Right, so I'm pushing it down there, the bottom to the page. That does exactly 6 inches. This is a Vaseline Creative. This is what I like about this. This is what I like about this paper cutter. Okay, yeah, so scissors, I use those. I realised later I have got a bone folder actually. Right, so I'm cutting now, so probably going faster now. I'm going to cut 6 pages, okay, 6 folded pages, so that's 24 sides, and then I'm going to cut the last one in half. I'm going to use it for the cover. Okay, right, I've got something you must remember. It's not, even if you know how to make these, let's see, I'd be interested to know if you make them, if you bind them in exactly the same way I do. I'm not talking about just adding the pages, I'm talking about right at the end. Apart from, obviously, I'm going to do the cover, but right at the end I'm going to do a way of bounding the pages all together, the final thing. Right, I've just taken the edge off that, but I thought, no, hold on a minute, I need to make this 6 inches long. So I'm making them, so I'm actually cutting it first before I take the little strip off, because I'm not going to find that much use for the little strip, although I'm going to find plenty of use for these things I've just picked up there, the plain white 160 GSM card. Right, so I'm taking the little strips off. So if you're using the US, that'd probably be a ½ inch I've taken off. I'm only taking off ¼ inch because they are 8 1/4 wide. Okay, so 6 + 2, yeah. There we go. That's the bone fold I didn't realise I had. Right, so I'm going to half these. So you can probably tell what I'm doing now. I'm making them quite big joiners. Okay, these are the joiners. Page. These make a flat page art journal. Might have mentioned it at the beginning. I've done the intro and the outro. Right, so I'm just making sure these are, I've cut quite a bit out there. Right, so I'm going to join these together. Can you believe I actually cutting these off? Right, so I'm just cutting a bit off. I'm not measuring it. You can measure it. So the shorter end will be where the opening is, and the longer end will be where the closed fold bit is. Try not to cut off the corners of the fold, because they could be useful in when you actually arrange there. So they're exactly the length of the pages, so it will be a lot easier. I'm using an old piece of plastic there for gluing on. Okay, so there you can measure them. Right, what's the name? Sandy of September 18 always said, leave a little gap when you're doing things like this of about 1mm, so that's a 32nd of an inch or so. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm leaving that. I don't know why. I've never tried it without doing that, so I don't know what would happen. It must be something. Yes, I've just adjusted it there. So now I'm going to glue this first page. I'll show you how I do the first page. I could do them all you can do them like this, I suppose. So there's a line in the middle where the fold is. I'm making it equal lengths from that left and right piece. That line is directly in the middle. The fold line is directly in the middle. You can see it quite clearly. Even me with my bad eyes. Right, so I'm going to glue now down here. Put that on. Right, there's a different way I do it. I think from now on I'll do a different way. Okay. I don't know. I'm doing this the same. I think I do it several different ways. I don't think there's a way that I do it. So you can choose different ways of adding this on. This one's a really good one actually, because the part to the left, the open page side to the left, I have really made it flush so that it all is flush. Just wonder I did this right, isn't it? Yeah. Right, there we go. I was just thinking, you could also make a concertina in this way as well, concertina journal in this way, by adding the pages and using folds. I've done that recently. I had a video. So I think this would make an equally as good journal for art journal. Okay, so I'm putting that there, just checking that's the right. I'm adding the other side, so just checking that's flush. See, I'm doing it the other way now. Okay, so it's not consistent. I'm putting this side on the other way. It looks like I'm doing a concertina, doesn't it? I'm not. I'm doing an actual. That spine is all the same side. I'm just checking that to see if I've got them all. If I've got all those squarish pages the same side, that should be all flush. Right, so I'm getting an inch wide piece. Okay, 6 inches long. And you can see this is what I'm doing to bind the. I forgot to do the put the extra pieces on the cover. But it doesn't matter. I do that afterwards. Okay, so I'm doing 3/8 of an inch either side of this inch piece of paper. So that's 1 inch by 6 inches. 3/8 of an inch is perfect for this. So that piece in the middle of this is about the spine length. It doesn't really matter if it's not. I'm not gluing. I won't be gluing these. See, that's perfect there. So I'd be interested if anybody else does this. So I'm gluing on each side. I am not gluing in the middle. This is why I'm using some more precise glue. This is Toriel meowing at me. Hello, lady. Oh, the dog sneezed and she jumped. The dog's right next to me as well. Right, it's okay. Right, so yeah, so I've just glued that on either side there as neatly as I can. Yes, lady. I can tell I've stopped stroking her because she meows. Right, so now I'm just going with a bone folder just to make sure that glues. If you notice, it would actually open up. If you try to glue it to the end, it would actually open up. Yeah, these are the 2 pieces I forgot to put on. But it doesn't matter because I'm going to cover the covers. So I'm gluing the cover and then I'm going to put the piece of extra card on just to make the cover a bit thick. I'm just checking it's the right way round. If I can definitely see one bit's the wrong way round, then I know to turn it round, so it's the right way round, because it's not quite a square. Now I'll be doing the back. Yes, lady. She's meowing. Oh, why do you have to do that? Is it because I'm talking? Yeah, so what's the matter now? What's going on? Oh, it's actually one of the other cats. The other cat's going downstairs. Right. Okay. So I'm just getting now, rubbing the glue off my fingers. Yeah, so I'm just showing you now it's actually all flat, but this is also to make sure that nothing's glued together, because it would be perhaps a little bit, because there might be a little bit glue hanging over. This is a painty paper, okay, so it's an acrylic paper. It's really, really thin kids paper I've used, so nothing expensive. Some people say, what specialty papers do you use? And I say, no, this is really cheap kids paper. Right, so I think this is a pretty good way. So I'm gluing one of the sides, okay, one of the front, this is the front page possibly, that I'm gluing now. In fact, it turns out to be the back page, but it doesn't matter. So I'm just gluing one side, putting it in the middle, putting it down like that, okay, and I'm just pushing it down so it glues. And now I'm gluing the other side. Now you'll see what I do to make sure there's nothing pulling, or there's nothing, you know, over creased or anything like that. Just fold it over, not gluing the back, okay, so that's free. The spine is free from glue. Probably use the bone folder in a minute, do I, to push this down, because the bone folder is always very useful for getting rid of all the air bubbles. That's something I wish I'd known years when I first started, just get rid of the air bubbles. I have got a special one that will do that, but it's in the other room, so I didn't go and get it. Okay, so now I'm just making sure I've got to the end of the papers, because they were sort of slightly glued. I'm only going to there, okay, just there before that, because obviously there's a crease there, and I want to make sure that I'm going to cut it neatly. It doesn't matter if you don't, but this is what I want to do myself. I mean, you can go across if you like, and you know, but I think I want to get this fairly neat. It looks like I'm actually cutting. It looks like I'm gliding. That's what I do. Just fold that over and snip it off. Okay, now I'm doing the end. Okay, so that's the cover. I'm going to now decided to put this on. I've done the other. I've probably showed you at the beginning, have I? Right. Okay. She's got a gessoed t-shirt, because I'm doing a very similar colour, I think, to what I'm using on the background. See, that one's different. That one's a lot of turquoise. Not that you can really tell. So this one's different. So I'm going to put. Don't know whether I do it now. Oh yes, I do that. So this is a turquoise t-shirt. I want something contrasting. Her hair turned out to be quite blue. This is one of my own drawings. Let me know if you like these girls. I can do a page full of them for you to choose from if you like. I love doing these. And put them on Ko-fi for free. Yeah, so I can do that if you let me know if you want that. But I'll tell you, I don't know if I show you the cat. Oh, I do, I think. I think I'll show you the cat at the end. And you'll note, and oh God, it looks just like our cat. This is gesso. I'm just putting some gesso down the page. I'm just putting it down. You'll see what I do to it. It's just part of the pattern. It took me a while to do this. And this is the second one I've done. But it would have taken me hours to think of this last night. I'm going to put the other one right against the edge. Slightly different to the other one. I don't have to use gesso. I would prefer perhaps to use some white paint, but this is what I had handy. You could also, if you wanted, colour it in. I'm using a black crayon, not a, this is not a watercolour one. This is just a normal black crayon. It's a Faber-Castell. Actually, one of my very favourite types of crayon. I don't know where they are. I don't know where I've put them. I've moved them and put them all somewhere, but obviously I've got a tin full. Right, these are the foam stamps I'm using for the decorations, for the flowers. Okay, so it's easy to do. I just did I was going to do it, cut out a middle of the flower, but it didn't work out like that. So, you know, it doesn't matter what you do. I'll show you what I do. I do actually make a middle by doodling it. Okay, doing quite well. Another thing about foam stamps, you'll see in a minute, it doesn't make, like, if that's different to rubber stamps. If you don't print it properly and you try and fill in a rubber stamp, it doesn't look, sometimes it doesn't look right. But with a foam stamp, you can do, I'm making sure the pen works, so I can do that, and it colours in very well. I'm glad that Toriel's sitting over there now. She's right next to the dog. She's a bit of a boss. He's a bit scared of her sometimes. Yeah, so now I'm putting a circle around the circle. Okay, so I've done a black circle in the middle. I'm doing a circle. These are going to be black and white flowers. I'm now going around to cover up any lines. I'm going around that in a white pen. Looks absolutely amazing. I'm just doing one thing in the middle there. I did put two in originally, but I think one looks amazing. Okay, now I'm putting little scribbly dots. Just showing you there, scribbly dots around the edge there to just finish off the look. It looks really nice. I'm really pleased with this. The only thing I don't like about this is if you're having to fussy cut them out. So I could have actually printed them on the page, but no, I didn't. Decided not to, because you can do that and not avoid fussy cutting. I probably could have done it if I'd put some gesso on or something like that. These are the leaves. Okay, I'm doing, each one is actually different, so each one has a different doodle. So that can be a bit of a challenge, doing a different doodle for each one. Or you could do them all the same, or you could do 2 or 3 designs, and then just making sure they're not together or something. Yeah, and all that. So yeah, each one has a different design. I don't know how many I've got on there. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At least 9 leaves. Oh, it looks like I do with a couple more on there. It looks a bit bare. Never mind. Right. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think 6 flowers. See, I didn't go through the rule of pairs, I was going to say. The rule of odd numbers. See, above her head, it looks a bit bare there. So later on, I do put some leaves there. Yeah, I put a couple of leaves on. Yeah, so now I'm doing this about 10 times as fast, because all I'm doing is laying down where I'd put the leaves. I'm using some art glitter because it's a bit... what do you call it, glue? Stick glue that I'd used earlier is a permanent glue. Some people think that stick glue isn't permanent. It can be. I mean, there's probably glues that isn't permanent, but that one is. I'm going to put a bit of doodling on her now. So that's just like a stitching thing around the neck. And just a bit of doodly lines. And I'm going around the edge of her in a black pen. This is a normal ballpoint pen. I say biro because that's what we call them. Ballpoint pen. And it's a 0.5 ink joy. Very cheap. Okay, if you get a pack of 50. Very cheap. Yeah. There you go, that's the 2. Right, I think the colour of her hair is a bit blue, but it's fine. She looks absolutely fine. If she was standalone, you wouldn't notice that, so I'm adding a bit of a leaf that side now. And I did add the other leaf, didn't I? Yeah, above her head. Okay, thank you so much. And over to the outro. Right then, so... yeah, so I've finished that then, okay? That's the original that I did last night. I thought I'd reproduce it. Obviously, I haven't got this again because this is a original. It's just some acrylic paper, painty paper if you like, acrylic, and then I've just spread it about with whatever I could. There we go. And the girl is also, I don't know where I got her from, but she's just a whimsical girl. I did it, I drew that. And inside this one there's a cat, and that is exactly like our cat. I copied a photo. I didn't use a pencil or anything, I just copied him, but his nose is a bit long. That's the only thing, but you can tell it's him. It's hilarious. And that's just some foam stamps. The flower we made the other day printed, and I made a stencil trying to copy Shana from Shinuki Art Stencil that she loves and everybody else loves, but you can't get hold of. So I made my own. I don't know if I've ever showed you that. Have I ever showed you that? I don't know if I've ever showed you. It's all it is a stencil I've made, and I've just cut it out of, and you use scissors actually. I used a knife to get into it, and then I just used scissors, and I made it out of a folder. I'm trying to get glue off my hands. Yeah, so that's what I did with that. And then I've started off another page, which is actually part of this sort of thing, isn't it? Not much different to that. Dog poo bag. You roll of dog poo bags, and just the middle of it. They're like a toilet roll would be, but obviously the dog poo bags. Toilet roll holder. Right then, so there's nothing in this one yet. Okay, nothing in that one yet. But I could show you the process. If you want to show you how to do the process, you can. Ask me, yeah. You can ask me how to do the middle. Okay, so how to do the cat. Oh, that I thought that was this one. How to do the cat. That's a bit more arty than that one. Anyway, how to do the cat. It's ever so easy. It's just strips of paper, really. And then I could have done that, and I could show you it all. I could show you my stencil as well. So I could do that next time if you want, or next time I do the art book. Okay, and look how flat it is. That's amazing, isn't it? That's what I like about that. That is the middle, okay, so but you just cover that up with papers and bits and whatever you like. So like I'm covering up, you wouldn't see it. Okay, so thank you very much for watching today. Please give me a thumbs up, that'd be absolutely amazing, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Thank you.